The GTX. Last I left off, I did get the rear taillights painted, and basically just took Mr. Red Detailer and a little bit of Future and basically painted on the taillights, which gives it a nice reflective look like you would see on a car, like the clear red plastic. But I think what I want to do is I want a little more depth on these instead of cutting styrene, clear styrene for the bumper. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little micro crystal clear, and I know it's white but it dries really clear. I think I'm going to take a little toothpick and just put a basically a drop in each slot, and that'll give it a little more depth. So I'm going to do a little test run on that, see if I really like it. If it looks good, I'll put it on. If not, I will leave it off and basically be done with that. But since it was election night and I really didn't get a whole lot done because I was watching that, I did get the trim painted on the back here, and that's pretty much all I got done on that. I want to try to be a little hot and heavy on, I did get the side trim painted on both sides, but I need to do the very top of the trim. I got to get a smaller brush and go at that. But anyway, I did get that accomplished, and hopefully I'll be a little hot and heavy on it this upcoming weekend. I want to get more of the little things painted because I want to get the rear bumper and the front bumper thing on the front, and I should be good to go on that. And of course, got to put the glass in, all that. But anyway, there is that. So hopefully we can get a little more done on it, and we can start assembling because it's getting anxious. The MTB, I did finish wet sanding the fuselage, and it was basically uneven right about here, and I pretty much got it sanded smooth and flush. Just it's a little rough right there. I think I may sand a little bit more, but I'm pretty much done with it on all 4 sections that needed sanded, so pretty good on that. Hopefully, since I'm done with that, I'm going to shoot a couple coats of primer on it in a couple days and let that sit. But I need to work a little heavier on the car, and then once I just need to sit down and start putting little brackets on, and then we can start assembling the bomber. The Crazy Horse. Pretty much, and this is going to be kind of a little boring here, but I did get the nacelles all blacked out, and if you do see any light leak, that's basically from the top, not the sides. So I am real good on that. I just got to do a little more on the saucer, and what I'm going to do next is just airbrush black, so it'll be a uniform color once I put the base coat on. So that's my game plan in a couple days to do that. So I want to get that painted black, the saucer, and then I do a little bit of masking, and then ready to lay down the base coat on the Crazy Horse. But anyway, that's where I stand on that. But up next for the build for others, I am going to paint the Death Star. This is I want to say hopefully I say it right, Milton Bradley, I think, did a Death Star game, and this is actually pretty darn slick. I mean, the detail on it's pretty sharp. It's a little smaller than the AMT kit, the AMT kit's pretty big, but it's the detail on it's kind of soft. But this is actually pretty darn slick. But anyway, I got to paint the panels on the Death Star, which is basically going to be 2 shades of gray, if you will. That's basically how I'm going to do it, just to get it painted like the way it looks like in the studio model, and then do a little different shades of gray on some of the panels, just to break it up just a little bit. Nothing too contrast, just very, very subtle. But anyway, I think what I want to do is I'm thinking about masking off section at a time and do it that way, or I may probably do a whole swath with bigger tape and just trim it out. But anyway, I think section at a time is how I'm going to do it, and this will probably be a little bit boring because you'll probably see a bunch of tape, and then painted section, then tape, and painted section. I think that's the way I want to do it. But when I do it in sections, though, I'm going to probably have to do like here, and then do here, and then that'll be pretty much it. But anyway, that's not a whole lot to no assembly, no lighting, so it'll just be sitting and masking and painting, and I got to find the right kind of gray to go with the base coat gray that's on here right now. But anyway, that's up next on deck, so that's what I've got going on today. But anyway, that's what I've got going on. Getting ready to mask and paint the Death Star just in time for Rogue One. Crazy Horse still getting black duty, sanding the MTB, and we are continuing on with the GTX. That's what I got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.